Hello, Bots and Books fans, this is Scorp1701, and tonight we are going to do Marvel Legends Wolverine Part 2 for the 1991 Jim Lee run on the X-Men in his yellow tiger-striped costume. So, I did look at the one from the Apocalypse Bill, the figure wave, shown here, but I really thought, I think they could do better, and I waited. And just like they did with the brown and gold suit Wolverine, Hasbro put out a new edition of Wolverine in his yellow tiger stripe costume in the X-Men 3-pack box with Wolverine, Jean Grey, and Cyclops. And that's the one we're going to be taking a look at. So, as you can see, he's sitting there in the box with Jean Grey and Cyclops, but we're not going to worry about them right now. So, taking a look at the box, you have some nice cards on the side of the box. These are from the X-Men trading card series back in the day. So you have Wolverine there. You have his little bio card. This is what it looks like on both sides. It's pretty cool. You can pause the video there if you want to take a quick read on it. So that's it. We're not going to worry about Jean Grey or Cyclops. We'll get to them a little later. Got some warnings on the bottom of the box. On the side, you have the same picture of Wolverine charging the camera. And you got a big yellow X at the top of the box. And you have some more credits for the box on the bottom. But that's pretty much it for the box. No one wants to see him in the box. I know I don't. So let's go ahead and get the little savage out and see what kind of berserker rage he can do. And here we have Tiger Stripe Wolverine out of the package. And he stands approximately 6 inches tall. He is the exact same mold as the vintage card figure that we took a look at last time. But the paint job is obviously different. And I have to admit, I'm very surprised him coming in a 3-pack that he came with as many accessories as he did. There's a lot of changeability and a lot of play options you get with this guy. So, taking a look at the items in his box, he came with a set of razor sharp claws, which, unlike the ones that we saw in the vintage line, these are not painted silver. They're just like a clear plastic gray, but you still get the point. And it's really nicely done paint job. You still have the silver on the knuckles, and you have the nice blue gloved hand. Also, you get a second set of claws, which are the bone claws, and these are awesome. I don't think we've ever got a Marvel Legends Wolverine with bone claws before, so this is exclusive to this 3-pack, so that is really nice. And you can see they're really long, and the silver thing, and they are also removable. And when you remove them, don't worry about mixing up the hands and such. Let me see if I get this phone focused, because you'll know exactly which hand you are, because when you take these out, unlike the other Wolverine, this takes the entire silver piece with it. So you'll know that if the hole is longer than usual, you got the bone claw hand. So, and that's really neat. And they'll go right back in there. Yeah, it should go back right back in there. There we go. And that's pretty cool. And he comes with a cow piece, which is the same piece that we got with the vintage card Wolverine. It doesn't have the eyes painted out, but that's okay. A little bit of white outer paint, you can do that yourself. Funny thing about this thing is, when I first got it, when I was a kid, I did have this the vintage Wolverine. I couldn't figure out what this was. I thought it was actually a ring, some sort of, maybe he had like a ring, so I tried to shove it on my finger. So anyway, I was young, I didn't know any better. So anyway, yeah, we'll take a look at that a little later. And finally, he comes with 3 heads, one that he has on him, and 2 in the package. He has an unmasked head. Again, this is the focus. This is the exact same head that we got with the vintage line Wolverine. It's just painted slightly different. His eyebrows are a little more distinguished, and he doesn't have as much scruff, but we'll compare the two when we see it. He also has a battle-damaged head, where you can see his hair poking out of the cowl, and his side of his cowl is kind of ripped up. You got some chunks missing out of it, and you got some dings, so that's pretty neat. And he's yelling, "Rawr, Berserker Rage!" But again, we will look at that a little later. And taking a closer look at Wolverine himself, you can see he has this very angry, gritted teeth look on his face. He's wearing the yellow and black cowl, and it's really nice. It goes up to an angle. I really like the design of this one. He has the black stripes coming off of his shoulder, some nice blue shoulder pads coming down. He's got stripes coming down both sides and meeting in the middle. That's pretty neat there. And the yellow is nice, bright yellow. It's not that goldish yellow that the other, the Apocalypse Wolverine had. He has a nice red belt, and it is a single piece. It can move around and go up and down if you were so inclined. I've actually seen pictures where it's really pushed down, so it doesn't look like he has trunks, but I like it being right above his trunk line. Nice yellow for the legs, and his boots are a nice blue and black. I mean, it's a real dark blue. I really like that coloring. And on the back, you got pretty much the same color scheme all the way down. So on his arms, you can see some molded detail in there, but not a lot of, like the other one had hairy arms, but this one is just basically a flat out skin tone. Nothing too great about there. And again, this hand had the bone claws in it, so you can see that it's got all the little gaps in it. If I can focus. 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 There you go. And you can see it has all the gaps in it, whereas this hand had the regular claws in it, and it just had the little holes for the particular slots. But anyway, that's it for what he looks like. And for articulation, basically, Wolverine can do all the stuff that the other Wolverine can do. His head can go all the way around 360 degrees. It is on a ball joint. It can go down, looks really far down, and it could look up and back a little bit on this. Uh-oh, there it went. Ah! Let's put that back on. Wolverine, try to heal from that, will ya? Anyway, here we are, back to normal. Oh, bub. And basically, it can go back and go up, and yeah, he has the butterfly joints here on the chest again, that his arms can go back and they can go forward in a little bit. Now, it's a little trickier than the other one because the shoulder pads do get in the way. The shoulder pads can move up and down to accommodate a lot of the shoulder and arm rotation. But, you know, it's still kind of tricky to go in with the shoulder pad there. There's not really any place you can put the shoulder pad to get the joint to work properly going forward. But going back, it can go back a little bit. So, I don't know. I think they kind of sacrificed that just to have the shoulder joint, but it'll work. His arm can go all the way around 360 degrees. He has a bicep swivel. Right, huh? It can go all the way around. He has a double elbow bend, which is right there, and his hands can go all the way around, and they have a bend in them. You can bend at the wrist. Be nice if I had like an automatic thing, but they don't. Anyway, that's something for another discussion. So that is his arm. He has a nice ab crunch. It can go up and down, roar. And he has a waist swivel. You want to put it, you can bring the belt up if you'd like, and then you could go all the way around. It's a little tight, but that's okay. He's not really supposed to be able to twist that way anyway. His leg can go up really far. You can get some good kicking action. and it can't go back that well because his butt gets in the way. Which is alright. He has a thigh swivel all the way around, and he has a knee bend. Double knee bend, gets him up, so he gets some good kicking and some jumping and whatever you're trying to do with him. And he has a boot swivel, so just at the bottom of it, the boot can go all the way around. And his foot, like the other one, can go up, and it can go down, and it can rock all the way around. So that is it for articulation on him. He's very articulated. He can do a lot of stuff, and, you know, whatever a good Wolverine needs to do to wreak havoc and go into a berserker rage. And here Wolverine is with his battle-damaged head and his bone claws. So they are really nice. You get that show of agony going. It hurts. Just like the cover there in the background. No pain. And here we have the more relaxed Wolverine with the cowl down and the alternate head on. And you can see it is, again, he's a little different than the one we got with the vintage card line. He's kind of cleaner shaven. He has more of a mischievous look on his face. His eyes are nice metallic blue. And you can see that the cowl sits nicely on the back of his costume, which is very good. And it's kind of took the claws out, so he's kind of a neutral, I guess, I don't know, not excitable Wolverine right now. So let's go ahead and bring in the vintage card Wolverine. And hey, bub. Hey, bub. So you can see there's a lot of similarities in the head sculpt. Get a little closer. We're gonna do a closer comparison when we get when we do the other comparisons. But right now, so you can see the differences in there, and the cowls on the back. Out of the way, bub. You out of the way, bub. So basically everything is the same when it comes to these heads and cowl pieces except the paint job. And that was kind of the point of these videos. And here you have a classic Wolverine with the regular styled headpiece, no battle damage, nothing, and the claws that came with this set. And if you're wondering, the answer is yes, you can change them out with the silver claws that you got from the vintage cards. It's the same gloves, same pieces. So it just depends on what kind of look that you're going for when it comes to his claws. Normal comic book whitey or silverish gray kind of look. So yeah, either way, he can do some good killing. Rawr! And for comparison, here he is with the vintage card Wolverine. And you can see they're basically the same figure. Different paint job, obviously. The belt's a little different because the tiger stripe has an X on his, and the brown just has a belt buckle. But other than that, you're looking at the same figure, same mold. The head's a little different mold, obviously, because it's gritted and angry. But anyway, that's the comparison with those two. And here Wolverine is with a whole bunch of his X-Men friends. This is almost the entirety of the X-Men Blue Team. And we have just got one more left to take a look at, and we will get to him soon. So I think whichever Wolverine you have will be a great fit for this group. This is just awesome. This is like geeky fanboy, joy-gasms here. And this has been the Marvel Legends Love Triangle 3-pack Wolverine, the one that we are showcasing for the 1991 Jim Lee Blue Strike Team series that we've been doing. I like the figure. He has lots of accessories, tons of interchangeable playability. You can have bone claws, you can have real claws, you can have no claws, you can have a battle damaged head, a no battle damaged head, a maskless head, just a lot of different things that you can do with him. They said when this set came out there was a lot of QC issues. Taking a look at mine, he does feel a little wobbly in the legs, so I'm not really happy with that. You know, his joints are a little loose there, but he's going to be just standing on a shelf, so I'm not too worried about it. There was some paint scuffage on his arm here. I don't know if you can focus in on it. But anyway, the glove kind of got misaligned. But again, it's not a big issue. So, you know, for the most part, I got him for the looks, not playability. And so, yeah, I'm really happy with him. So, this will be it for him. Stay tuned. We got one more that I want to try to get in before the end of the year to finish out the X-Men Blue series, and then we'll move on to other things. So guys, have a great night, and I'll catch you later.